What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. This is my live channel, and please like and subscribe in the channel below. In the channel, and tune into the Twitch. A lot of good shit, and we got some good stuff coming up. Good stuff coming up. So, if you're a real nigga, you'll come to the Twitch. Peace.
I had to stop sipping that drink. That shit so bad for me. Alright, so before the video starts, I want to start off by saying I apologize for not uploading in almost a month. Really and truthfully, that's just me being lazy and not recording, so I apologize for that. But let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and get the video started. So about 6 months ago in August, I made a video about the Winter Soldier and Captain America. Now originally I was going to do the whole movie, but I was sick, so I decided to do one scene from that movie. And that scene was where Captain America and the Winter Soldier met up and they had their first squabble. And during my commentation over the movie, I said this: Black Widow might be trying a little bit too hard to aura farm. Like, there's a difference between aura farming and already having auras, but that's a topic for another video. Well, this is that video. In a lot of instances over the years, there have been characters in movies, shows, even books that have tried to aura farm, and then there are the characters that already have aura. So I figured today we go look at some characters from TV shows, books, movies, anything you can think of that have aura, and ones that are trying to aura farm. Let's start out with the people that have aura. We can start off in WWE. So in 2006,
On God, it's really a real difference from aura farming and just aura. Like you take Duke Dennis, aura. Now you take Neon. No, not Neon. Fuck. What the? Ooh, it's a spider. It's a spider.
4 years before your boy was born, there was a heated rivalry going on between John Cena and Edge. Now, Edge had gone away for a little bit, so John Cena was a WWE champion. However, Mr. Monday Night, the whole damn show, Rob Van Dam had won the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 22. And this meant that he could cash in at any time he wanted to on the World or WWE Champion. Now, keep in mind, during this time period, he was also the ECW World Champion. Now, Rob Van Dam didn't do a surprise cash in. He told John Cena that he wanted to fight him at ECW One Night Stand. And along with the heated rivalry that I mentioned with John Cena and Edge, there was also one with WWE and ECW. So when John Cena pulled up to the arena, everybody was booing him. There was even one sign that said, "If Cena wins, we riot." My GOAT pulled up in the Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect t-shirt.
Hey y'all, my camera be glitching when a lot of flashing happens. So if y'all see my camera glitching, that's the flashing.
With the jorts and the shoes, the sweatbands and the armbands, with a dead straight face walking down to the ring with his head down and his title up. Even though he ended up losing this match because of Edge, I believe it was the week after that he pulled up to an ECW show. He didn't just pull up to the ECW show. Oh no.
Look at my man, you can't see me. Look at my man's, you can't see me, man. He
pulled up to the ECW show by himself. No backup, no teammates, one versus all. Now I see how a lot of you guys would be saying, "Oh, this is just something John Cena would casually do." You don't understand, bro. ECW hated that nigga John Cena. But in those 2 moments, John Cena displayed great forms of aura. And we can definitely continue with the aura in WWE because there is one man on the roster currently who has more aura than any other superstar. And that is the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
That's facts. That's facts right there. Look at Roman Reigns and tell me he's not tough. Look at that. Look at that arm tech, man. Bro.
Like, look at his entrance, bro. This is so tough. But moving on from the wrestling side of things, let's go ahead and jump into one of my favorite movies of all time, Kung Fu Panda 3. So the plot to this movie is low-key hella confusing. Po has to find out if he's the son of a panda or the son of a goose. This dude Kai comes and he's trying to take everyone's chi, which is kind of their soul. This nigga out here moving like Sapphire. If you know, you know, bro. That's ball. So while Po is fighting Kai in the spirit world, Po is trapped up in these chains and Kai is about to take his soul. But once the people back at home start banding together and they start using their finger and paw prints or whatever, this allows Poe's chi to overpower all the souls that Kai has taken and become the dragon warrior. Like, bro, this dude literally spawns a fucking dragon and he's controlling the dragon, yo. When I first watched this movie in the theaters, bro, I thought this was the coolest thing ever, bro. I swear. Let's take us over to what movie actually brought us to this video: Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And to be honest with you, it's really two aura moments that I can really point out in this situation from just one scene. So Captain America tries to run up on the Winter Soldier while he's on top of the hood of this car. And I know
I know what he finna talk about. That knife flip was so unnecessary, but it was so necessary to the point for the aura farm. You feel me?
Over this in the last video I did. Wait, dang, this is gonna be my third time covering this fight scene. I don't really care. I love it so much. So Captain, Fraud America tries to rush the Winter Soldier while he's on top of the hood of this car. And with that metal arm, he cocks it back and he punches Captain America's shield. And I want you to listen to this impact. Nah, he did my son OD disrespectful, bro. He made his shield sound like a church bell. Hold on, wait, that kind of sound familiar. Where have I heard that before? This song already was turned, but here's a bell. Nah, bro, that's crazy amounts of disrespect right there. Wouldn't let that happen to me, though. And while we at it, we can go ahead and stay with the Marvel movies. Let's go to the most iconic Marvel superhero ever, Iron Man. We can talk about him going toe-to-toe with Thanos. We can talk about him snapping his fingers in Endgame. We could even talk about the time where he soloed a 2v1 against Captain America and the Winter Soldier. But I want to talk about one very specific moment from the first Iron Man movie. So Iron Man has to go overseas to fight these terrorists and destroy the weapons that were stolen from him. And while he's doing what he does best, he gets shot by a tank and he somehow survives it. And then when the tank tries to shoot him again, he moves out the way. And then he fires what appears to be a mini missile at the tank. And watch this shot right here. As he walks off, the tank blows up. Oh my God. That is definitely one of, if not the greatest display of aura I've ever seen. Sticking with the Marvel side of things, let's jump over to Avengers Civil War. When Iron Man calls the Underoos and Spider-Man pulls up, takes Captain America's shield and does this clean landing right here as a rookie. Might I reiterate, as a rookie? I'm not gonna lie, this might be a hot take. Tom Holland might be the coldest Spider-Man ever. Let me know.
Y'all, if y'all didn't know, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero ever.
What y'all think in the comments. We can transition back to WWE as well. At WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels faced The Undertaker and he came out to one of the coldest, if not the coldest entrance ever. So the context of this match, as wrestling reporters like to call it, it's really a battle versus good and evil, heaven and hell. As Shawn Michaels had turned his life around and he was representing the good, the heaven, and The Undertaker was all about darkness, so he was representing the bad, the hell. And Shawn Michaels had came down on this podium thing or whatever, and this is like so cold right here, bro, with the angelic music playing and the smoke in the background. Oh my goodness, bro. Also, a fun fact about that match is widely considered the greatest wrestling match ever. Let's not forget about one of the greatest displays of aura ever, Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl in 1993. Yo, I'm like crazy amounts of smart. I just guessed the year and I looked it up to fact check myself and I got it correct. So at first you seen him on one side of the arena, then the next minute you seen him on the other side of the arena, then the next minute he's at the middle of the arena. He pops out through one of the tunnel things, a bunch of fireworks go off, and for 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes straight, he just stands there and watches as the crowd passes out at all in the sight of him, bro. Like, bro, we don't even gotta talk about the Super Bowl performance. We can just talk about his shows whenever he would go on tour. This nigga had people passing out and dying at his shows to see him, just to get a glimpse. I feel like whenever you bring up the word aura, Michael Jackson should just automatically come up as a conversation topic. That nigga Michael Jackson was aura before aura was aura. Michael Jackson had aura before having aura was cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool whenever you found out he won 12 Grammys, right? But then it's even crazier to find out that he won 8 of them in one singular night, bro. 8 Grammys in one night. That is crazy. Let's bring it over to the comics for a little minute. Hey, that nigga Spawn is aura itself, bro. No question about it. Like in every picture of every adaptation of him, you'll see him flicked up in some type of pose for the IG. And that nigga Spider-Man was OD in the comics too, bro. Like every girl he had was so down bad for him. He pulled Black Cat, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, and they were all on him bad, bro. Even in the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show, which is a goated show, by the way, he pulled all 4 of them, bro. Like, that's not fair. Say something for us, dude. Like, damn, bro, you ain't gotta take them all. Chill. Then of course we can't forget about Shea Gilgeous Alexander, the MVP.
Aura farming performing to his max.
MVP, the finals MVP, NBA champion, the list goes on. Every time he pull up to the arena, he got on a different fit, bro. He already told y'all he wasn't finna repeat the fit. Now, see, I feel a little bit targeted.
Nigga said, this is quote unquote, you could never repeat a fit. You could always have the different pair of drawers on. And it's true.
So I'm a fit repeater by heart, bro. Like, chill. Then, of course, we can't forget about the greatest basketball player of all time. God's greatest gift besides Jesus Christ, LeBron Raymond James Sr. Born December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio to Gloria James, who would then become the #1 player out of high school, drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2003 draft, who would save their franchise from complete doom before going to Florida in 2010 and winning not one but 2 championships alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Then going back to Cleveland to win a championship for his home state, then moving out to LA to win a championship for the Lakers. Not to mention he is the all-time leading scorer in points. If that's not aura for you, I don't know what is, bro. Some rappers that got aura too: Drake, Yeet, Playboy Cardi, the list goes on. Alright, now let's move on from the people who just naturally have aura to the aura farmers. So off rip, we have to bring up Piccolo, bro. Like, this dude will use any chance that he gets to aura farm. I swear. You could just be watching a random episode of DBZ and you'll see this nigga Piccolo in the back aura farming with his cape flowing in the wind. Like, yes, nigga, we see the fit. Y'all remember last year in the summer where them kids was on them boats doing their little dance or emote or whatever? Yeah, them little niggas was top tier definition of aura farming, bro. Cause who just thinks of the idea, oh yeah, I'ma just get on top of a boat and start swinging my arms back and forth? Like, if a grown man did that and somebody recorded it and posted it on the internet, they would get clowned. When the Avengers spun back for round 2 on Thanos and he was sitting there aura farming for the IG, I don't know, some people might consider this aura, but I consider it aura farming, cause I think after like the first 2 or 3 lines it got a little bit excessive. Like in the first frame you see him, boom, he posing for the IG. The second frame you see him in, boom, he posing for the IG and he got a caption with it. When he put his headgear back on, he grabbed his sword, boom, IG caption, IG flick. It got a little bit repetitive, dog. Now for this next example, I don't know if you guys have heard of this movie or not, but it's called The Ip Man. This movie is based off of the real life story about the Ip Man. Basically, he was a wealthy Chinese martial arts instructor who had to move out of his home and sell his properties because
he searched it up. Okay. The second Sino-Japanese War was a brutal... Oh, this is the war?
Because of the war that was going on at the time when Japan invaded China. But before all that happened, there was this guy that came into town and thought he was big and bad because he could beat everybody in a one-on-one match. However, when he was told to go and box the Ip Man, he got sat down. And yes, if you're wondering, it is that time. We are about to analyze some boxing. So old buddy pulls up on the Ip Man while he's eating dinner with his wife, and his wife tries to talk him out of it, but when old buddy starts disrespecting the Ip Man, his wife says go ahead and handle business, and that is exactly what the Ip Man does. So we start the fight off and this dude comes in with a ridiculous combo right here, punching the air, and that is how I knew he was gonna lose this fight. This is going to be so much to analyze, oh my god. So buddy tries coming in with a backhand and gets blocked, then he goes for a kick and gets blocked too.
Ooh, kick, ooh.
Then he goes for an elbow and a back.
That nigga moving different.
Back fist, which gets double blocked, and then when he goes for this jumping kick, the Ip Man just slides out of the way. Nigga ain't even touch him. So then we see a block, then a double block, then another block, then another weave, then another block, and then nobody tries to go for another jumping kick. Like, F wrong with him. Then he tries to go for a series of kicks while he's in the air and gets them all blocked. Bro, the Ip Man blocking faster than my ex blocked me when I try to text her back until I miss her. Then the Ip Man's son comes in there and he tells him, "Mommy said you gotta end the fight off or you get no buns tonight." And as soon as he heard no buns, he locked in all the way. He moves out of the way of all these sweep attacks, and this how I knew he lost. He goes for a headbutt. Like, bro, what made you think that was gonna work? You are 0 for every single one of your attacks and you want to go for a headbutt now? You should have thrown that out the gate whenever you first started the fight, bro. Now it's too late. Then Ip Man sauces him up with this little combo right here, multiple strikes to the neck. Then he starts salsa dancing on him, bro. This man just out here trying stuff at this point, bro.
That man moving different.
And then to end the fight, he hits him with a kick in the neck and knocks him out.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, cause it...
Bro, he didn't even get to do the action of aura farming. He tried to aura farm and then he just lost all his aura. If you haven't, go watch Ip Man, bro. It's an amazing movie with amazing and elite hands. I might cover it soon, who knows. And for our last example of someone trying to aura farm,
I won't watch the video. I won't watch the movie, It Man, but I'll watch your video. You covering it.
We got when Shredder tried to aura farm with Krang at the top of the mothership or whatever this thing is, and Krang basically betrays him, telling him there was never a we, it was only a me. Then when Shredder tries to box up with him, he gets frozen, turned into a statue and one of the collectibles of the Krang. Wow, both him and old buddy tried to aura farm and they just lost all their aura. I think Shredder lost more aura though, bro, cause he got frozen and turned into a statue. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment what you want to see next, and subscribe.